Hello students, today we are going to discuss about another very important topic of human reproduction, that is fertilization. जितने भी प्री फर्टिलाइजेशन चेंजेस थे वो सारे हम ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. नाउ द प्रोसेस इज फर्टिलाइजेशन. The process of fertilization is means the fusion of male and female reproductive gamete. Fertilization means the process of fusion of male and female gamete. This is basically termed as fertilization. There are many steps are present in the process of fertilization, or the process of fertilization is divided into many steps. The first step is approach of sperm to the egg. Approach of sperm to the egg. We know that a mature secondary oocyte is released from the ovary of a female in the fallopian tube, and it remains for 2 days in the fallopian tube. Now, it is released approximately at 14th day of the menstrual cycle, and it remains in the fallopian tube for 2 days. At that time, if the sperm enters in the female body, then the process of fertilization will take place. This approach of sperm is helped by some structures present in the female reproductive tract, and some efforts of the sperm are also there, and some barriers are also present in the female reproductive tract to stop the movement of the sperms. Now come to the point, what are the structures which are helping the sperm in the movement and what are the barriers there? From the time of one ejaculation have almost 3 to 3.5 ml of semen which gets deposited in the female vagina during copulation. Here the amount of semen from one ejaculation is 3 to 3.5 ml, and this small amount of semen contains approximately 200 to 300 millions of sperms. About 3 ml of semen contain 200 to 300 millions of sperm. A large number of sperm is there. What is the requirement of this large number of sperms to fertilize only a single egg? The requirement is that there are many physical and chemical barriers present inside the female reproductive tract which resist the movement of the sperms, so that many of the sperm, almost all of the sperms, now only the hundreds of the sperms are able to move towards the egg, and rest of the sperms will kill by these barriers. So the amount of this much number of egg is required. If the number of sperm is less, or the motility of the sperm is not sufficient, then they are not able to reach up to the egg and fertilization is not taking place. The males which produce less amount of sperms, it is a diseased condition that is called as oligospermia, in which the amount of sperms in the semen are very less and the males are infertile. And if the sperms are not movable, if the sperms are not motile, then that condition in males is called as azoospermia. Now these are the diseases related to the process of reproduction. We will discuss these diseases in the last lecture of the chapter. Clear? So here the disease that is called as oligospermia, in which the number of sperm is very less in the semen, and a disease that is called as azoospermia, which is the disease in which the sperms are not able to move. So the name of the diseases are oligospermia and azoospermia. These are the diseases. In this disease, less amount of sperms are there in the semen, and in this disease the sperms are immobile. Sperms are immotile. Clear? So this is about the ejaculation. Now one ejaculation has approximately 200 to 300 millions of sperm. Now what are the structures present in the female reproductive tract, or what are the efforts of the sperm to reach up to the egg, which is the helping conditions for the sperms to reach up to the egg? First thing which help the sperms to move up to the egg, that is lashing movement of the sperm. The sperm is motile, it has a long tail and spiral mitochondria that are called as Nebenkern, which provide energy to the sperms for the movement. That is the lashing movement of sperm is helping the sperms to move towards the egg. Second one is the chemicals present, they are called as prostaglandins. These prostaglandins are also helping the sperms for the movement. And the third one is aspiratory movement of the uterus muscles. That is called as aspiratory movements of uterus muscles. Here this is a suction type of movement. It is the suction movement in which the muscles of uterus almost helping in the sucking of the sperms upward towards the fallopian tube where the egg is present. So these are some structures which help the sperm for the movement towards the egg. Now some barriers are also there. Some barriers are also present in the female reproductive tract which resists the movement of the sperm. The barriers are, first barrier is the thick endometrium layer of the uterus. The first barrier is thick endometrium. We know that at the time of ovulation, the endometrium layer of the uterus gets thicker and thicker. Suppose this is the uterus and this is the endometrium layer. This endometrium layer is very thick. So it resists the sperms for the movement because the sperms are moved towards this barrier. Now the sperms are moving to cross these barriers and reach up to the reach up to the egg. That's why this endometrium layer acts as a barrier in between the movement of the sperm. Second one is the acidic medium of female reproductive tract. Acidic medium of female reproductive tract. Clear? The female reproductive tract has an acidic medium, and this acidic medium kills most of the sperms. Third one is the phagocytic activity of the female reproductive tract. The female reproductive tract shows the phagocytic activities which also kills the sperms. So most of the sperms gets killed by these barriers, or they resist by these barriers and they cannot reach up to the eggs. Out of 200 to 300 millions of sperms, only about 100 sperms are capable to cross these barriers. That's why the large number of sperms are required in one ejaculation, and this large number is about 200 to 300 millions. Clear? So only some things are helping the sperm for the movement, and some things are resisting the sperm for the movement. They act as a barrier. So out of these activities, or phasing out these activities, only the hundreds of sperms are able to move up to the egg. Clear? Now here one important action is also there, that is called as capacitation reaction. What is the meaning of capacitation reaction? Capacitation reaction means the sperms attain maturity. Clear? The reproductive maturity. When the sperm are going to enter in the female reproductive tract, here the sperms are able to attain the reproductive maturity, and this is called as capacitation reaction. Clear? During this capacitation reaction, what are the changes which are going on in the sperm? That is the capacitation reaction, in which the sperm attains reproductive maturity. During this process, what is going on in the structure of the sperm? Here, this is the head part of the sperm. This is the head part of the sperm. During this reaction, the removal of sterols and glycoproteins is taking place. This is called as acrosomal region. This is the acrosome of the sperm. It contains the sperm lysine enzymes, and the membrane around the acrosome. This membrane has sterols and glycoproteins. These sterols and glycoproteins have to be removed for the secretion of sperm lysines from the acrosomal part. Clear? Some chemicals are present in the female reproductive tract, and these chemicals will attack on this sterols and glycoproteins, and these chemicals are helping in removal of the sterols and glycoprotein from the membrane part of the sperm, so that the membrane becomes weaker. Clear? जैसे यहाँ से ये चीजें हटेंगी, स्टेरॉल्स एंड ग्लाइकोप्रोटीन्स यहाँ से रिमूव होंगे by the activity of this chemical present in the female reproductive tract, the membrane of the sperm becomes weak, or becomes very much weak, so that the acrosome is able to release the sperm lysine enzymes. Clear? Second, one more important thing is taking place during the capacitation, that is influx of the calcium ion. It means the calcium ions are taken in. Calcium ions are taken in. These calcium ions are helping for the activation of the sperm. So we can say that the sperms attain reproductive maturity when they are entering in the female reproductive tract. Clear? Here the sperms are able to fertilize. The sperms are going to bind with the membrane of the egg, and where the process of dissolving the membranes is taking place, because the acrosome secretes sperm lysine enzymes, and these sperm lysines are helpful in the dissolving the membranes of the egg, that is corona radiata and zona pellucida and the vitelline membrane, so that the sperm can reach up to the egg. Clear? So this is all about the approach of sperm towards the egg. By the completion of these activities, the sperm is able to reach up to the egg. Now, in our next video, we will discuss about the next part of the fertilization. Thank you very much.